Pax vobiscum. Welcome back to the channel, and to another episode of the Vestal Virgin Plays. Today we are going to continue our playthrough of Lake, and we are approaching the end of our week here. I believe this is Saturday, if I remember correctly. And so we're going to go ahead and set out and deliver mail. It is a lovely rainy day. If I remember correctly from last time, the weather report said that there'd be a thunderstorm later in the afternoon, so something to look forward to. I actually do enjoy thunderstorms, particularly to fall asleep to. Well, I don't know why I got in. We have a package right here. Great start to the day. Eggs and veggies fresh from the country. I'll say there's nothing like having fresh eggs. I miss having chickens. I do hope one day to have some chickens so I can sort of have my own egg supply.
Ah, you're still here, huh?
That makes two of us.
When are your parents coming back?
Actually, they might just stay in Florida.
Florida? Your parents?
I would actually agree, isn't it weird? Because, for them living in Oregon as long as they have, and then to suddenly say that would be kind of odd.
Yeah, isn't it weird?
They'll be back soon. Florida is expensive and honestly isn't all it's cracked up to be.
She probably is a little jealous, but we'll have a pleasant conversation.
They found a lovely and affordable place next to the beach.
Sunshine and the beach get boring real fast.
Well, I better be on my way. Have a nice day.
Well, oh, I guess... I was going to say, I guess that was not the, this was not the place to deliver the package, but the package is gone, so... We'll call it complete. I am holding up traffic. Pardon me, everybody. Excuse me. Alrighty, let's see. We've got quite a bit of mail today. We'll take care of the most northern ones first, I think. Pardon me, everybody. Just the mailman coming through. We'll hit up this cul-de-sac here really quick. Whoop. Now, I must say, I do quite enjoy the cul-de-sac life, if you will. The home that I'm currently in, I had to move rather quickly out of a different home into a new one. But the one that that's not the right mailbox, apparently. The one I'm in now is not on a cul-de-sac, which was unfortunate, but this was the best home I could find at the time for the quick move. But I do so enjoy cul-de-sac living. Or maybe it's something from my childhood, perhaps. Which, now that I think about it, well, I tried to stop the stop sign properly. Which, now that I think about it, my childhood home, I never actually lived on a cul-de-sac, and maybe it's not necessarily something from my childhood that I enjoy cul-de-sacs so much. It's not living on a through street, if you will, living on a street that has a cul-de-sac, rather. I will say I'm very much enjoying this rainy ambience that we have going on in the background here. Very pleasant. Excuse me. Let's see. Let's go straight. Perhaps she's waiting for someone in one of the houses. Alright, let's see. Because I am lazy, we're just going to fast travel really quick. Easy peasy. And there used to be a traffic jam, so we're actually going to turn around and loop around the other way. Oh goodness. I thought someone was beeping at me, and anybody though. Maybe they teleported again. Alright, here's another one. Continue here and make a couple of lefts. We should be good. I think we'll avoid the traffic over there. Oh. No, we will not. Turn around. This game just got a little bit too real with avoiding traffic. Oh. A little bit too sharply there. It would be rather funny for them to have it. Oh, there's another beep. Meredith is having flashbacks to city living. Righty. Right, so we've gotten everything here. We have a letter at the farm. So I think we'll go clockwise here. We have to deliver to the motel again. Lovely. So we'll just fast travel here and pretty much everywhere at this point. And here we are. I wonder if that detectorist is out and about. It's raining, so probably not. Because I don't see him out in the fields, so. Which again, it'll be interesting to see if at the culmination of the game on the open mic night, which seems to be the final act, if the random people that we've met or talked to, or the encounters that we've had, if there's an opportunity to actually speak with them. Or if they were just random truly random encounters.
Okay, fellow Providence Oakians, it's time once again for the sent-in letters and announcements. This one's from our very own Maureen, or Mo, as we all know her.
Hey, folks. Just wanted to grab your ears for a second to let you know all about the upcoming open mic night over at Mo's Diner this Sunday. That's right. Claim your 15 minutes of fame, enjoy some swell performances, and the usual good food and drinks for everyone. I expect to see all of y'all for a great evening, and maybe even some dancing. You know who you are. Come join the show at Mo's at 8 p.m. this Sunday. I'll come get you if you don't.
Well, you heard her, folks, and I'll be there too, so you better not miss it. Back to the music and to one of my favorite songs. Mail Carrier Meredith.
I keep saying music is playing, but I don't hear anything.
Farmer DJ Jack.
Seen any ghost drivers on the way here?
Ghost drivers.
Ghost drivers?
Yeah, you know, people driving on the wrong side of the road.
Nope, haven't seen them.
Okay, I was just wondering. Don't bother. I need to get back to the live show. See you tomorrow, I reckon. Bye now.
I reckon.
Oh, and please close the door. Don't want to broadcast any mail truck noise. Thank you much.
Ghost drivers, We were doing that slightly ourselves. Oh, and there's the thunderstorm. I was about to comment that the rain seems to have picked up quite a bit, and it certainly has. Which again, that is another pleasant element, I think, to this game. Add it with my desk lamp. Is that the weather changes are actually quite fluid, which is quite nice. Do an excellent job of that. I think actually we will fast travel, but oh, that is a sound that I miss dearly. Sound of rain, thunder, lightning. A rainy day, if you will. I've not gotten to experience a true, full rainy day for quite some time. We shall go to the motel. Oh! Whoops. Now I'm being a ghost driver. Let's see if this man is as rude as ever. Yes.
It's the mail.
I'm busy.
Aren't we all?
No! Damn it! I almost had it. I almost fucking had it. Thanks for breaking my concentration.
You're welcome.
Ooh, take it easy. It's just a game.
Video games are supposed to be fun. I feel horrible. Absolutely horrible.
I think you're taking it a little bit too seriously, personally.
Maybe you should try a different hobby.
You know what? I can beat this damn game, and I'm not quitting until I have.
Good luck with that.
Seems someone is a bit, obsessed. Especially with all of that cussing. Alright, let's see. Well, that was as wonderful experience as ever. So we're going to autopilot here and then drive up to Raven. Wonder if we're delivering another chainsaw. Oh, now this is a vibe. Driving through. Oh, and the headlights came on. That's a nice little detail. But one of my favorite places to visit is actually out in Kentucky. I don't know if any of you have been there. If you have, do let me know. It is one of my most treasured spots. Oops. Back up. It's a place called Red River Gorge, and it is a state park, and it is an absolutely gorgeous place, and one of my very favorite things. Whenever you drive through the park itself, is when you're there for, where's the mailbox? Oh, there it is. When it is raining or thunderstorming, just like this. Oh, particularly in the autumn when the leaves are all on the trees and they're turning and it's raining. I don't know, it's just something ethereal about that environment. I don't know if you're like me and you listen to white noise to help you sleep at night, but The white noise that typically does it for me is ambient rain noises, especially thunderstorms. Oops, wrong one. Let's see. Right, we've got to live. So we will fast travel here, and then fast travel here, and then that should do it. Alrighty. We have some parcels, a parcel, excuse me, and some mail. Ooh, now that was rather cool, seeing the lightning light up the side of the mountain there. Again, the animation in this game, I think, is done very well. For lack of a better term, low poly, but not really. Simple and effective. Storybook-ish, if you will. Alright, our last parcel.
That's lighter than I thought.
Whoop! It's a mouse.
No answer.
Alrighty, and one more letter to go. And it is this one right here.
I'm calling it a day.
Well, we've done it. Alrighty. We'll return to the post office and end our day. I don't know, I'm rather strange, but I'm just enjoying this stormy environment a little bit. I'm a strange person. When it's bright and sunny out, I actually, it's lovely. But I, for some reason, feel much more motivated and more energetic on days such as this, when it's rainy or thunderstorming all day and it's a bit chilly. I don't know why. There must be something wrong with me, perhaps. But autumn and winter are my favorite seasons of the year, and for some reason in autumn especially, I feel so alive, for lack of a better term. That's what this environment makes me feel like, so I'm just enjoying it for a moment. Oh, there we go.
And so ends a week full of turmoil.
We didn't have any turmoil.
Are you happy it's over?
If only the Angels hadn't lost to the White Sox. That would have made it perfect.
You know, Frank's not a bad guy, but I just don't condone the illegal backhanded gambling. I could have maybe seen past it personally if he had not made that comment about having lawyers in his inner circle and making basically lawsuit threats. That doesn't sit right with me personally.
I guess you can't have it all, Frank.
They're playing each other again tonight. Should I change the bet?
Now, to be fair, I have done a tiny bit of gambling in my day. Not a lot, mind you. A little roulette Actually, not a little roulette, and I bought those scratch-offs every once in a while for just a bit of fun, but, I'm not really much one for sports, and certainly not betting on sports.
Sorry, Frank, but I really don't care about sports or gambling.
Meredith, no problem. I'll stop talking about it. Or I'll try at least.
Oh, well, that's actually very...
Have a great weekend, Meredith. Oh, wait, this was your last day. I totally forgot to tell you, but they still haven't found someone else for the job. So I guess you can have it if you want.
Again, going from, computer programmer to mailman, it's lovely. And just really quick to finish my thought from before, Frank saying that actually was quite respectful. Really quickly, I don't know if it's just me, I feel like the sound effects are just a little bit too loud. Let's try that. But yes, as lovely as it would be to stay and be a mailman, Meredith does have a life outside of Providence Oaks, and this is not saying, oh, she's a strong, independent woman, and it's no, I think quite reasonably she's built a life for herself, and she has her own group of friends, and, a job, and, she seems quite driven, and as fun as this job was, for me personally, if I was in this situation, as tempting as it would be, I wouldn't take the opportunity personally.
Thanks, Frank, but no.
Are you sure? It's a great job. You know what? Think about it and let me know Monday morning when you return your stuff. I gotta run now. The Red Sox are playing the Yankees.
Again, it's quite nice of him to ask, but... Weiss residence, Saturday evening.
Hello?
Hi, Meredith. It's your dad again. How was your time in the mail delivery business?
Oh, hi, Dad. Well...
It was quite nice.
It was okay. A nice change of scenery.
Great, but not something you do for the rest of your life. As fun as it is, I feel it would become monotonous after a while. I think as a break from a hectic job, hopefully this gave Meredith the opportunity to sort of slow down for a moment, and hopefully will also give her an opportunity when she returns to her original job, maybe to understand the importance of needing to slow down, of stopping to chat with people, of sort of, not necessarily forcing, for lack of a better term, but forcing those situations when time is taken to actually slow down and chat with people and get to know them.
I'm afraid that would be a bit too monotonous for me.
Yeah, I understand. You probably need something a bit more challenging. Oh, hold on, Meredith.
Let me guess. Mom wants to talk to me?
Hi, Meredith. Sorry to butt in, but you're thinking about staying in Providence Oaks?
Hi, Mom.
That seems to be the push for Meredith. I don't know if the story is intended to be, return to your hometown, rediscover the beauty of life, and settle down there. But again, at least for me, again, maybe I'm jaded, but at least for me, it feels like, again, Meredith has a life she's built for herself. She does have friends, and while she may not have a romantic interest, it's not to mean she wouldn't meet somebody. Again, she can take lessons that she learned from her time back in her hometown and apply them to her life outside of the town.
I'm not sure, to be honest.
What are you not sure about, dear? Are other people involved? Any interesting ones, perhaps?
I only have two options, and yes, I think Robert is quite nice, but...
Well, There are some interesting developments, yes.
Oh, there are? But are they really interesting enough to give up your entire career? I really think you need to think long and hard on it.
Oh my goodness.
Hold on.
I have a suspicion Dad wants to talk to me.
Meredith, I just wanted to say, you need to clean the lint filter on the dryer every once in a while. If you never do that, it could burn the house down.
I think I know what he's saying. I could be reading into it. But I think it's a bit of father wisdom there. Cleaning the lint dryer every once in a while or the house will burn out. I think what he is saying, in his not so many words, is that you need to take time every once in a while to relax, rest, remove yourself from your job. I know that's, I try to each year to take 2 weeks and go visit my family. Or it depends on the year, but usually I'll spend 1 week visiting family, sometimes 2, depending on the year. But I'll take a week to visit family and sometimes a week to just go wherever I want. And it is so important to do that, and I feel so refreshed and ready to tackle the rest of the year when I do that. And it is very important. If you're just go all the time, you will burn yourself out. You need to take those moments to clean the lint or refresh yourself. Otherwise, you will burn yourself out.
No problem, Dad. I'll make sure to do that.
Great, thanks. I sometimes suddenly worry about things like that in the middle of the night. And it's not about the dryer, of course. I want you to be safe.
Aww.
And I'm sure you'll be okay.
But again, just to interject here again, everyone seems to be pushing for Meredith to stay in the hometown. And again, there absolutely is nothing wrong with that, and it is a tempting offer to have a, she left 20 years ago. She's had a successful career thus far, but again, that's, a lot of it seems to be a bit insensitive to what Meredith has built for herself personally. It's almost pressure to take on a job completely different from the one that she has, to stay to come back to her hometown and stay and settle down, which again actually sounds quite lovely. And I think that is definitely something that Meredith wants, and this is just me really reaching now, but I think that is something that Meredith definitely wants, but she also, based off of what we've seen from her, she's cool, level-headed, and from her history, it seems she likes a challenge. She likes to do things. She likes to apply her brain. And I just don't think Providence Oaks will supply that need for her. But it would definitely be a lovely place to continue to come back and visit and refresh. But I think she can find what she's looking for and what other people thinks she should be looking for with her current job and with the people around her. And like I said again, she can take the lessons she's learned here, and especially about cleaning the lint from the dryer, and settle down and find herself someone who will work with her, who will be challenged with her, and will provide her that support and that comfort and the family I think that she does actually want to have, but on their own terms and not from pressure to come back home, if you will. And will be the reassuring daughter.
I'll be fine. Don't lose sleep over me.
Okay, Em. Take care. I gotta go. We're running out of coins again. Bye!
The days before cell phones.
I hope you don't think I'm a cheapskate for having dinner here. There aren't a lot of other restaurants around, and I'm pretty sure their food isn't better than Moe's.
Meredith has one style, but she wears it so well. Again, Robert's such a nice fellow.
Don't worry about it, Robert. I love it here.
Thanks, Meredith. You're such a kind person.
Oh.
Good evening, you two beautiful people. Ready to order?
Ladies first.
Hi, Maureen.
Probably revealing something about myself here, but I very much enjoy a well done as in prepared properly, or prepared well, not well done in the temperature, T-bone steak. And I just feel like that would be funny in this situation.
It's hard to pass up a juicy T-bone steak.
Excellent choice, Meredith. And what would you like to wash it down with?
I think I'll have a...
I do so adore a red with my steaks, but I think in this case, with Moe's Diner, it's just beer feels to be the vibe.
beer.
Gotcha. Robert?
The usual for me, Maureen.
All right, Robert. T-bone steak and a beer.
Oh.
Doesn't get any more lumberjack than that. Be right back, folks.
I guess-
Ashley, get the steaks out!
I guess we're
Maureen's the best.
also a
Did you hear
lumberjack.
about the open mic night she's organizing?
Yeah. Are you going?
I wish I could go, especially since I heard that Jack's gonna do a thing.
Jack? What's he gonna do? Announce the weather for next week?
Believe it or not, he's a very good ballet dancer.
Oh.
Jack? Really?
No, he's into comedy.
got me.
Would have loved to have heckled him. Oh well, this is a good week anyhow.
Oh. Oh. We won't be forward, but, well, that's rather sad. I was hoping to say goodbye to Robert before we left.
Must be nice that the apartments are off your mind for a while.
Alrighty, here are your beverages, folks. I'm afraid the food might take a little longer, as a certain kitchen helper thought the freezer was a good place for storing steaks. I really should get one of those microwave ovens to defrost them.
You seem a little stressed. Is it the upcoming open mic?
Why should I be stressed about that? It's going to be lovely. And you better be there, Robert Harris.
Maureen, I'm sorry, but I'm afraid I won't be able to make it.
I did not just hear you say that, young man. Oh, by the way, Meredith, I need to steal him for 2 minutes. He needs to check on some wiring for me.
Excuse me, Meredith. This is Maureen's jurisdiction. Have to obey the law. That tasted so good. Thanks, Maureen.
Did we
for the
finally
fantastic
get our blueberry pie?
You're welcome. It's my way of making up for stealing you away from Meredith. Ooh, I swear. She can give quite the stink eye if she wants, can't you, hon?
Goodness.
Oh boy, the world would be boring without her. Speaking of, are you going to miss your daily delivery round?
I think we actually would. It was quite enjoyable in its own way. It's not something to do forever, I think. Depends on who's on the round.
Yes, I probably will.
Must be nice here compared to the big city.
It definitely is. Definitely a big... personally, I would rather live someplace like this, but have access to a large city for certain amenities and such, but to return home each day to a place like this would be nice. Let's ask Robert.
Do you think you'll always live here?
Nothing's for sure, but I like it here. I needed to change towns after my divorce. Everything and everyone reminded me of it.
Oh dear. I feel like that's pointed, but that feels a bit brush offish.
And how are you now? Have you gotten over it?
But maybe I shouldn't bother you with the innermost feelings of a lumberjack.
Is We'll just do it.
Wouldn't be a bother at all.
Robert and Meredith, sorry to break up your conversation, but we're closing up early tonight. Gotta set up some stuff for the open mic night, and I can't use any peeping eyes.
Oh, okay, Maureen. No problem.
Let me get the check for you, so I can leave you two to your lovely evening.
Can you put it on my tab, Maureen?
Anything for you, darling.
Robert's being nice. We'll just
Thanks, Robert.
Don't mention it. You've helped me out so much. This is nothing compared to that. Now let's get going before Maureen gets her broom out. Meredith, thanks again for your help. I'm not sure what would have happened if you hadn't come here for your mail delivery vacation.
I was very happy to
You're
help him
welcome,
out.
Robert. I was happy to help you out.
A little help goes a long way. Hope to see you around again.
You too, Robert. Take care.
I would say this because Robert's just a stand-up guy. You know, we had the back-and-forth comedy. And again, Robert, just like with that, Robert's just a stand-up guy.
But you're not leaving without a hug.
And again, he wasn't... Sunday, September 14 morning. Robert wasn't pushy at all either. He's just such a nice fellow. I could never have predicted delivering mail for 2 weeks would be like this. I've met so many new people. Some of them are really nice. Some of them a little less so, but all of them interesting in their own way. My temporary mail job officially ends tomorrow. Regardless of the actual experience, a change of scenery always has its upsides. That probably holds true for tonight's open mic at Moe's Diner. Oh, we just went...
Anyway, I love this town. You know I do. So, I'm dedicating my last jokes to specific people here tonight. The first one's for Maureen. A guy walks into a bar, and dozens of slabs of meat are hanging from the ceiling. So he asks the bartender, "What's up with the hanging meat up there, man?" So the bartender says, "You're new here. Well, we like to play a game here. If you can jump up and slap a steak, the house will pay for your drinks all night. However, if you miss, you have to pay everyone else's bar tab. So, want to give it a go?" "Nah," says the man. "Those stakes are too high." This one's for our own newcomer, Meredith Weiss. So, a woman's driving down the freeway, but all of a sudden, she hears a local news bulletin warning drivers on the very freeway she's on. They're saying, "Please be advised of this very dangerous situation of a car going the wrong way." So the woman says to herself, "One car? Why, there's dozens!"
Oh, goodness.
Well, folks, wasn't that special? Now, let me know if any of you have any jokes about Jack, you hear? It's an open mic after all. It's actually time for a little break right now. So come on up to the bar for some of our finest concessions. We'll continue shortly.
Mildred, how are you? And how are the cats?
Fine on both counts, dear. Thank you for asking. So, do you like the hair?
Be nice.
Love it. That hairdresser did a great job.
Thank you, dear. Pity it's quite the waste of time and money, seeing as how I can't stay for long.
Yes, why can't you stay for
Really?
long?
What's the rush?
You see, my son decided to drop by, unannounced, and he's staying the whole weekend.
Oh, that's wonderful news.
Mm-hmm. All right, well, anyway, take care, dear. Now, where did he park the car?
Yes,
Oh, that's
it's
very
me,
nice.
Matt Kearney, in a neck brace. Real funny, huh?
That's at least a little... No, we'll be nice.
Oh, hi, Matt. What happened?
Well, I was about to send the final boss to the afterlife. but then the computer crashed. I kicked my foot out in anger and fell from my chair, and now I'm here looking like a loser.
I think he needs to stop being so obsessed, but seeing as it's our last night, we'll be polite.
I'm sure you'll beat the game one day. Don't give up on the dream.
I can't play like this, but I'm going to work out a strategy in the meantime.
I hope he's happy.
Dear people, none other than our own Kay Evans will perform next. She has been writing songs since she was a little girl, and I cannot say how thrilled I am to host her first performance of hopefully many to come. I am so proud of you, honey. Please put your hands together for Kay, everyone!
Good for Kay. Oh, well. Okay. I was going to check my settings, but it won't let me. Oh. Well, well, it was beautiful. I don't know why the sound went out.
This does not happen a lot, but you have left me speechless. That was Kay, people. Another round of applause.
Oh, good for Kay that she finally did that. Bravo.
Well, it's a good thing I didn't leave when Reynolds started his nonsense. This kid can sing.
Oh, hi, Mr. Mackey. Yeah, she's awesome.
Well, it's good to see someone flourish, but I'd rather be home right now.
Isn't it fun to step out every once in a while?
Smoking a pipe and reading a proper book is the only acceptable way to spend a Sunday evening in September.
Bert, thank you so much for coming. I know you'd rather be somewhere else right now.
That's okay, kid. I don't regret it one bit. You did great. But ladies, if you'll excuse me, I'm out of here.
Good night, Bert. Thanks again.
And now for an announcement. I'm serious, so hush now. Now, you all know that Kay has been working here at the diner for quite a while now. In fact, she was my anchor after Stan left us. And I think the time has come to formally announce right here that I will put your name above the door of this place, honey, where it belongs. Kay's place. Mo Kay's. We haven't settled on a name yet, but there you go. Another round of applause. And have some drinks with us.
Oh, that was very nice of Maureen to do that. We'll be enthusiastic, because even if we don't get to hear it, I'm sure she was amazing.
That was amazing.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Em. It felt amazing. I was so super nervous, you know? Like, shaking and all that. I'm so glad it went well.
Yes, congratulations.
Kay's place, huh? Congratulations! That was quite a surprise.
Yeah, I told you. Mo asked me like a gazillion times, right? Kind of felt right this time. We haven't hashed out any details, as you might have noticed. But it feels good, you know?
How did it feel to be up there?
Oh, it was so great to be performing again. It felt amazing. I'm all over the place right now. It was such a rush. I will definitely be doing that again. If they let me, of course.
That's great. I am so proud of you, Kay. You really have made a great life here.
Thanks, Em. I'd like to think so. Big day tomorrow, right? You know what you're going to do?
Honestly? Well...
Wait, I'm not good at this stuff, so I just want to say it was good to have you back these past weeks, and really good. You just do what you feel you have to do. I'm just glad we reconnected. Promise you'll keep in touch, whatever the outcome, yeah?
Of course.
And remember, time marches
on. See ya, Kay. Thanks. For everything.
That was really sweet.
My lovely people, the time has come for the open mic part of the evening to end. Ashley was going to do a ventriloquist bit next, but I just heard he hurt his hand back in his cabin. Let me thank you again for joining us, and there's plenty of food and drink to go around.
I'm very proud of Kay, and I'm so glad that we were able to reconnect with her.
I sure do hope they're keeping things proper in there while I'm taking a breather. So, you had fun?
Oh, it was great. Kay was amazing.
You said it. Oh, that girl is so talented. Oh, I'd give my big toe to be able to do what she does behind a keyboard. Oh, sheesh.
There's a good bit of news. Frank is staring at us.
I'm still thinking about your news about handing over the diner. Kay's place, huh? That was quite the bombshell.
That's my style. I've mentioned it to Kay, yes, many times since Stan died. She probably thought I was joking half the time, honestly. I just want to give her the option. It's hers whenever she wants it. And if she doesn't, that's fine too.
Again, that was very, just to go back to Kay and Meredith, at least Kay was very respectful of Meredith's potential wishes, and just, I think it was very important for Meredith to come back and reconnect with a childhood friend, and getting to see her again, I think, would rekindle a sweet friendship that can continue over phone, and potentially in the future email, letter. So very glad they had a chance to reconnect, and then it is so important sometimes to go home or go to a place that you enjoy, and when you meet people, remembering how important it is to stay in connection. But anyway, continuing.
Seems like a bold choice to announce it to the town like that, though.
Ha! You know me, hon. At least all the options are out in the open now, right?
So what's next for you, now that you're handing over the reins?
Well, to be honest, I'll probably stick around the diner for now, help out, and maybe I'll try my hand at something different on the side, you know? Maybe fix up some of those cabins in the woods, rent them out. Never too old to find something new to do.
Very true. I like that. That is the energy that we want to see. And I very much enjoy that quote. You're never too old to find something new to do. And that is so true, and such an important thing to remember. No matter what stage of life you are at, it is never too late to find something new to do. I like that. And I just thought of it. But when Meredith was commenting that, Kay seems to have built a wonderful life for herself here. Meredith isn't judging her at all, and doing the whole the big city life is so much better. She seems legitimately proud of Kay for building such a lovely life for herself in their hometown. Meredith chose to leave, Kay chose to stay. She had circumstances, but despite the circumstances, she is still able to do things she wants to do, but has a lovely family, a lovely home, and a very supportive friend group. So that we love to see it. And Maureen, yes. That sounds like a great idea. You are never too old to find something new to do. I love that.
That sounds like a great idea.
Doesn't it just? How did things end up with Kay? You could tell me to mind my own, of course. It's just that girl is like a daughter to me.
We talked, yeah.
Oh, no, absolutely not. We really reconnected, and I'm very happy that we did.
We really reconnected, and I'm happy we did.
Listen, You're two grown women. And if that's the choice you two ended up on, I can only respect that. Speaking of choices, you've got a big day in the morning, don't you? Know what you're gonna do yet? Stick around? Move back?
That was sort of an odd response to you two are two grown women. I said we really reconnected and very happy that we did, so... Okay. You know, again, as lovely as it would be to move back, I think... Again, as lovely as it would be to move back, be a mail carrier, potentially settle down, you know, it's... Kay's life path took her, had her staying in Providence Oaks. Meredith's life path took her outside of Providence Oaks. And again, there's, nothing wrong with either of those two paths. And there'd be nothing wrong with Meredith deciding to stay here. But I think for her, going back to that job, again, she can take the lessons that she's learned about slowing down, cleaning the lint filter, making sure not to become so busy as to forget about reaching out to her friends, and not to be so busy as to deny herself the ability to vacation and relax. There's nothing wrong with going back to a life that you've built for yourself with new lessons to help guide you forward. So I think in this case, at least for how I've been playing Meredith and my perception of her, I think she does know what she wants to do.
Absolutely. Not a speck of doubt.
Well then, Miss Weiss, I salute your resolve.
Actually, I was lying. I don't know what to do to her. No, and again, even if it means I'm leaving, it's... Everyone, including her own mother, her father seems to be a little bit more supportive. But even her own mother, Maureen, a couple of others, everyone seems to assume that she came back to her hometown and she's going to stay. And that's not always the case necessarily. You can visit your hometown and reconnect and enjoy your time there while still going back to your life, the life that you built. So I think we're just going to thank her.
Thanks, Maureen.
I best get back inside. You take care now, Meredith Weiss.
Take care, Maureen.
It's not to say that we'll never see anybody again. We can make sure to come back and visit. Monday, September 15 morning.
Dear Meredith Weiss, thank you for participating in our annual photography contest. Your wonderful picture did not win the grand prize, but you are still a winner. The attached voucher gives you a 20% discount to our autumn course. Sign up today and never take a blurry picture again. David Gillespie, Photography for Beginners, Inc.
Good morning, Meredith. You won't believe the weekend I had. Saturday I placed a bet on the Angels and won. But they played again yesterday and I let it ride, and then they lost. They're playing again tonight, and now I don't know what to do anymore.
Well, Frank, the pattern is obvious.
You're a gambling addict beyond salvation. Oh my goodness. See, I know the picture we should have taken. We should have taken a picture of the stag. Then we would have won the contest. Since we're leaving, I think Frank is a gambling addict, but that just seems a little excessive, so we're just going to do that.
And betting against the pattern pays off. White Sox.
Okay, Meredith, thanks. I'll go with that.
We'll probably
Speaking
lose.
of gambling, I bet you're taking the job. And that's not just because you're wearing your coat.
I love the coat, Frank.
That is actually a quite nice coat, but no. We are going to return to our previous life. We have made some great memories here, reconnected with old friends, learn some important lessons that we will take with us and will apply in the rest of our life.
But no, I'm taking it off. I'm leaving Providence Oaks again.
Oh, that's not what I was hoping to hear, Meredith. But I understand. What are you going to do?
Back to my home, my job, and my life in the big city.
So I guess you're going back to the future, eh? Computers, living in the fast lane. Can't say that I envy you. Although it must be nice to live close to a major ballpark. Do you need a ride to the airport?
Yes, please.
It would be nice to take one last look over the lake.
I'd love to take one last look over the lake.
All right, go grab your stuff and let's go. So, here we are again, heading the other way. Aren't you going to miss it here?
Probably. It feels odd to be leaving again.
I wouldn't want to leave this place, not for $1 million. Well, wait, no, $2 million should be enough.
Do you believe money can buy happiness?
That's a good question. Give me a big pile of cash right now and I'll feel real happy. And I'm sure it'll last a couple of days, but then it'll probably start to wear off, and I'll be back to complaining about the weather before you know it. But it's probably nicer to complain about the weather when you're living in a big old mansion. Hey, what's this honking clown up to? Move out of the way, you lunatic! Wait a minute. That's Robert Harris. Yeah, I'm pulling over.
It's Robert chasing us down. Oh, goodness.
Sorry about that, Frank. Hope it didn't scare you.
That's okay, Robert. I'm a road rage veteran. But, what's all this about?
It's not about you, Frank. I need to talk to Meredith.
Oh, okay. I'll go have a smoke.
Hey, Meredith. This is going to sound super awkward and hopeless and desperate and probably a lot more things, but I don't want you to leave. I've decided a while ago that I'm done with stuff like this, but I guess it's not something you can decide.
Oh. And here I thought we were going to be leaving without issue, but to be said for the trope of someone chasing you down because they don't want you to leave. Oh, but Rob. Oh. We're just gonna string along.
Stuff
I don't know.
like this?
Yeah, you know, I'm a man, you're a woman. I like you. A lot. I didn't want to give in to it. I've been through a rough breakup once, and I didn't want to risk ever feeling like that again.
This is true. I very much like Robert, and he played into one of my favorite tropes, so hopeless to the start there, but made up my mind. Oh. And again, there's something to be said for, the chance Meredith could, fulfill her 5-year contract, become quite successful, set aside a good chunk of money, and then move back to Providence Oaks. Maybe they could do long distance, in the meantime, and Meredith can take her vacations and come back to visit. Oh, dear. Oh, I hate when games put you in this position. Because I don't want to hurt his feelings, but I had made my decision. Oh, only it's... Oh. I'm hopeless. I don't know which one's the best one? Oh.
So, what do you propose? That I just get in your car right now?
I wasn't gonna propose, but yeah, Meredith. I'd love that.
Why don't you get in my... Okay. Oh, I don't know what to do. Oh. Half of this playthrough is just going to be me agonizing over these choices. Why don't you get in my car? I can't do that, Robert, but I'll call. Wait, I'm going to ask one more question to maybe ascertain. I don't know. We're just going to choose this one.
Why don't you get in my car?
And leave P.O.? I'm afraid I wouldn't survive a week in a big city.
Oh, this feels so one-sided. I feel like there would be a much more in-depth discussion of, oh, if we really want to give this a shot, here's what we could do. But this is a valid question. And that's what everyone seems to be asking of Meredith, is they want her to stay, and it feels like they're, again, just forgetting that she has a home, she has a life outside of PO, she has a job that she's worked very hard to obtain, she has friends, and everyone just wants her to up and abandon it all for something. And as much as I enjoy Robert, it's that is quite a big ask without even, discussing it first. And so I think this is actually a valid question.
So you wouldn't leave P.O. for me, but expect me to stay for you?
Do you want me to beg?
But, and again, that's not an answer that we would be looking for. Again, Robert, we connected really well, the witty fun, but that is quite a big ask, and especially, if he had said something like, or, because if we had asked, well, how about you get in my car, and he had said something about, like, well, I have my reservations about that, and I wouldn't last a week in the big city, but I really, really like you, so sure. And that, I think, would have been a great talking point to say, oh, so you're serious about this. Oh, let's talk about how maybe we could, make this work. But unfortunately, and I think maybe Robert is still in a place of pain, but still, instead of something like that, of showing that he is actually serious and he is willing to communicate and talk about such things, instead, like everyone else, he just expects her or wants her to stay, but isn't willing to consider her life outside of Theo. I think that, unfortunately, that's what did it for me, was his response to the question. So you expect me to stay in P.O., but you wouldn't leave P.O. for me. Again, Robert's a great fellow, but that is a big ask.
I'm sorry, Robert, but no. And I need to get going now.
Okay, Meredith. Take care. Call me. Have a safe trip.
Thanks, Robert.
Okay, Meredith, let's get you to the airport. I've got a double shift today, and the mail doesn't deliver itself.
Sorry for butting in, folks, but I've got a special treat for y'all. I
got an
just
achievement.
updated my playlist. This new song is from our very own Kay Evans.
Oh, that's nice. I think there's supposed to be music playing and we're listening to Kay. I don't know if in my settings, if I accidentally turned off the music somehow. Whoops. It's just going to be me talking over this, but oh, there's Meredith. So, well, that was quite an enjoyable game. Again, wasn't necessarily fast-paced or anything, or necessarily super in-depth. A couple of bugs here and there, but it was an enjoyable game, like a sort of choose-your-own-adventure playthrough story. That's nice. Pictures of Meredith about town. But again, at least for me, and how I interpret the story and how I sort of looked at it, was, Meredith had a busy, fast-paced life in the city, but she really, built a life for herself. She set out. Her father called her a prodigy. It seems her father was the most supportive of her going out to the world, if you will. And she, she's built this life. She's come back to help out her father with things, and has a chance to sort of slow down, reconnect with her childhood friends, childhood family friends. And it was a good change of pace for her, a change of scenery. She was able to make new friends. She was able to, consider for a moment, oh, so this is how life, could be. I could come back and experience this. But at least for me personally, I feel as though Meredith, she really, as fun as it was to come back and reconnect with everybody, she still had a life outside of. Oh, and an extra special thank you to all mail carriers around the world, because we know that job is not as easy as we portrayed it. That's very lovely. I very much like that. Good for them. And it's very true. Mail carriers, God bless you for what you do. Thank you. Anyway, as I was rambling on, but basically, for Meredith, she has a life, has a job. If Steve, I believe is her boss's name, if Steve had been a bit more pushy or didn't really consider her feelings, would have maybe been more prompted to return back to her hometown. But she got letters from her work friends. She had a very nice phone call from Steve, who, he could be times and sent her work to do on vacation, and called her all excited. But in the end, at that final phone call, he was calm, collected. Obviously had been thinking about this a lot, and offered her that job. And what sealed my respect for him was him saying, you don't have to answer me now. And he reiterated it a couple of times. You don't have to answer me now. But this is what I was thinking, and we'll talk about it when you get back, and you can let me know. You can let me know then. Let me know then. Think about it. So he was not as pushy, actually, as it seems her own mother was, Maureen was, and many others were to her. And I think that really sealed it for me. And then again, as much as I, enjoyed Robert, and at first I felt so bad. I was agonizing over it, that final choice. But what he said, the fact that, he drove up and it basically expected her to stay for him, sort of left a bad taste in my mouth, in the sense of he was like everybody else who just expected her. Oh, she came back to her hometown, she's staying, without any regard for her career, the work she's put into it, without really asking her what her plans are, what she wants in life. There was a distinct lack of communication, and I think respect for Meredith. And again, that's not to say that, go back to big city life, choose career, career woman. It wasn't necessarily that. It was more of a respect for Meredith as a person, and her career that she has built, and the fact that she has a home, she has friends already, and that to ask her to stay would be asking her to essentially, in the way that they all seem to be doing it, was to just up and leave everything that she had built for 20 plus years, to leave her friends, to leave her home, without any sort of discussion or communication of understanding that for her, of saying, leading with, I know you have a career, I know you have friends, I know you have a home, I know you've built a life for yourself, but I like you a lot, and I really want to try to make this work. Something like that. And again, Meredith, goes back, has a contract for 5 years, and there's nothing to say that if, something is blossoming, that at the end of that 5 years, that would be a time to sort of retire, return to the hometown, start a family, other such things. But there was no discussion of that. It was simply stay for me. And that's why I really liked the question that she actually asked Robert, which was, so you're telling me to stay here with you, but you're not willing to leave Providence Oaks for me. And I actually felt my heart drop. That initial, sort of like, oh my goodness, sort of immediately faded once I saw that question, and once I saw that Robert was not willing to leave Providence Oaks for us, but was expecting us to leave our life for him. And same thing for everybody else. They were just expecting us to up and leave our life and move back. So I really liked this game, and it was pleasant. It was enjoyable to play. Again, not any raucous gameplay, and not a story that was super in depth. It was a refreshing, relaxing story, I would say. And unironically, I think has an important lessons threaded through. Oh my goodness, excuse me. Has important lessons threaded through. In particular, showing the importance of slowing down, taking a vacation, letting yourself relax. Don't get so caught up in what you're doing that 20 years passes and you haven't lifted your head from your work. It is very important to relax and refresh. And then too, it's very important to make sure that you try to foster those relationships, those friendships, those close connections that you have with people. And again, don't let time walk all over you or march all over you. Every once in a while, when you take those moments of rest, reach out to friends and family, because time passes very quickly, and 20 years will pass, and you realize you've never talked to your childhood friend. Then also, too, at least for me, and I know I've harped on this, but just one more time, the importance of respect. And not pushing your wishes onto someone else and pressuring other people into what you want of them and what you think they want. Especially in the case of Meredith, I feel, for me personally, just based off of this playthrough, Meredith likes having a challenge. She enjoys her work. She's very comfortable with her career. She has friends and a boss. And who knows, maybe, at least from the way that Steve talked to her, he was very familiar, they seem to have actually a very close relationship. Maybe she and Steve end up together and they start a family and they're able to challenge each other and work together in their career field. So it's not necessarily this end-all be-all, leave big city, go to hometown, stay, be happy. It sounds like Meredith is actually quite happy where she's at with her career and her job. And the sort of life that Kay has, that foundation, the children, the family, is something that I think Meredith wants, and something that, with the lessons that she learned from returning to her hometown of slowing down, cleaning the lint filter, I'm using that, taking a moment to breathe, to relax, to look at the lake, to take vacation, to talk to people, to foster those connections. I think that is something she can now take back to her life and sort of refresh herself and refresh those around her, and she can still get what she wants and lead a fulfilling, happy life, and have a family as well as a decent career and a wonderful partner who will challenge her. Anyway, that's sort of my 2 cents on the game. If you'd like to play this game for yourself, it's on Steam, and again, getting it, to support a small studio. The graphics were very nice. Again, sort of a storybook. Again, for lack of a better term, low poly, sort of. The story was interesting. I didn't feel bored. The mail delivery portion was not super repetitive necessarily. I felt a sense of duty, in fact, to go and make sure that the mail was delivered. Again, not a fast-paced story, but it still kept me engaged. Some issues with sound here and there, rushed dialogue, music not playing. Rushed dialogue maybe it was a game bug, but I think the music, I'd accidentally had it turned off in the settings. It must have been it. But all in all, decent game, good lessons, wonderful graphics, and I very much enjoyed the little blurb about thanking the mail carriers at the end. I think they are unsung heroes in a way.
And with that being said, if you've played this game, please let me know if you have, what your impressions of it were, and what was your decision at the end of the game? Did you pursue a romance with Angie or Robert? Did you choose to stay? Did you choose to leave? And well, for either choice, why did you choose what you did? I'm actually very curious as to why you may have chosen that versus why I chose it. Alright, and that concludes our playthrough of Lake. I hope you all enjoyed, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Pax vobiscum. Goodbye.